Penny from Southern Couture, and today I am showing y'all the flip book that I did to organize my devotional cards for the next devotional kit from Dayspring by Holly Girth. And so last month we started this little mini series talking about what's true about you, and that one was called Your Own Story. And so the second month we're going to be talking about God's Friend. And so the devotional cards, last time I just organized this little flip ring to keep them, in there, and with little note cards and things like that, so I could work through this instead of in a traveler's notebook, just to kind of change it up. And I loved doing it. I loved the way it turned out, and so I knew I wanted to do that again to keep with this same thing. And so down below I will link to where I showed you the first one, and so I'll show you a little sneak peek here. But you can head to that video after this one if you want, and you want to see how what goodies I put in this one. And so today we're going to talk about the second one. And I went ahead and also had designed some printables because some of you had asked to go with this one. And so the ones that I really love and use a lot are like the pattern paper bundle, because I like to use the pattern paper in here, and I'll show you that. I love printing the highlighter brushstroke highlighters, because these are great to use for your scripture when you're highlighting it, or just to add a little splash of color in your Bible or in your flip ring. So I have lots of different sets over in my Etsy shop. Head to the link down below, you'll see to go to my shop, and this collection for this kit is called My Best Friend. And so all of the ones that are coordinating with this kit will be called My Best Friend. There are art elements, there are collage arts, there are sticky notes, which I'm going to show you in here, the little note cards. There are speech bubbles, lots of goodies over there, and I think you'll really enjoy them. I know I have been enjoying using them just to make things simpler and to be able to get my ring put together nicely. So let's go ahead and dive right in, and I'll show you what I have done here. So to put this together, you need an album ring. You can find these in a pack with different diameter sizes of the rings. I believe mine's a 1 inch, and I just got these, I believe, at Hobby Lobby, but any craft store you can get the album rings. I do encourage you to get them, an album ring, so you can open this. This just pulls straight open, and then it'll close right back. So if you decide halfway through that you want to add a note card or something, you don't have to take everything off. Just slide it to that spot and open it, okay? Then to add just a little pizzazz, I used some ribbons that I had. I talked about these in other videos a lot recently, because at Hobby Lobby I went through the ribbon section over in the fabric, and they have like these little cards that have like a variety of different ribbons on them, and they say $4, but no way did I pay $4 for this. These were marked down on clearance for like $1, okay? So make sure you just keep an eye out when you walk through, because they're good to use for things like this, or to make little embellished clips to go at the top of your Bible journaling pages. And then for my cover, I used the Clear Cuts pad, and this is an Illustrated Faith Clear Cuts pad from Dayspring. I will link to that down below in the description as well, so if you want to head over and check out any supplies. I used lots of pages from this one, and it just really helped because the colors went great. I loved having the flowers, which we are using in this theme, and so that worked out really good for me. Now, the last one I used mostly just yellow, orange, pink, different shades of pink for this one, and because that's mostly the colors that we used. But with this one, we had a little bit more room for more colors, with some purple, some aqua, some green, and so this little striped page in there was perfect. Now, I might as well leave this one sitting here because I keep referencing it. We had these little felt flowers that came in the first kit, and so I used one of them to embellish this one. And since we are using more colors in this one, the red one went perfect, and so I just put it down. I did add some extra adhesive with an adhesive runner just to make sure it was secured really good, but and it seems to be staying okay. If not, I could always go back and put some hot glue, and then these felt leaves also came with it, and those just stuck on. So that's my cover. Now for this one, I added a piece of paper behind the cover because it was mostly clear. But this one, since it's a full color, I just left it. And you can see it's a little bit more flimsy than this one was with adding paper and the weight of the flower, but it doesn't bother me. Okay, now here's the really fun thing about doing these is I always say this, go to your stash and use supplies that you had from the first kit. So I have a box that I pull for each when I'm working through a certain devotional, things like that. I have these clear tubs. I just grabbed one of these at TJ Maxx and I have several of them. They are all the same, so they stack and organize very nicely. And what I do is put all the supplies that I'm going to need that I've pulled that coordinate with this devotional in here. So I just grab different ones depending on what I have. I even put like a pair of scissors in each one. I have tape or adhesive runners in each one, so I don't have to go and grab those because a lot of times I'm working on my couch at night after my little boy has went to bed, and so I like to just have these to grab because they're easy to go anywhere you want in the house. So we'll go through a little bit more of what's in that, but that's what I do. And so what I have done is pulled things that I had left over from the first kit that I might not have used up, and I'm using those in here as well. And so that's where this little card come from that says, I'm ready, God. I am in love with the florals. I thought the sentiment and phrase was perfect to put at the beginning as you're getting ready to go through the devotional. So that's why I used that one. I'm using a lot of the washi. That's from the first kit. And then this washi, we got 2 in this month's kit. And so I'm using both of these a lot in here. And I forgot to mention, I did do an unboxing showing you all of this second kit. So I'll leave a link to it down below in the description. And also there's a link down below where you can purchase your kit if you haven't done that and you would like to. So I just put a little bit of the washi from this one, just folded it right over the top and stuck it to the back and made like a little tab up there. And then this, I always like to start off the beginning of any kind of devotion or study with a prayer. And so I have this one, this little note card. This is one of the note cards in the collection. I'm trying to see if I had more. I think I've almost used all of the colors in here, but you can check those out. I've got lots of colors to coordinate with this kit, but I like to put a little prayer on there as I start off. And then just so that I have, you know, I know exactly what the kit's going to be about, just kind of a title card that came in the kit. I always include it at the beginning and just added a little washi for embellishment. Now you could use the highlighters or the washi tape that comes in the printables on here too, and that would be really cute. I did that a lot in this one as well. Okay, so this is just one of the clear cut flowers that came off of this little pad here, and I just hole punched right there and put some ribbon through and tied it around the loop. Which reminds me, I don't think I showed you, but the hole punch I used is this Fiskars, and I wish I could remember the size of this. If someone knows, let me know in the comments and share with us. I cannot remember what the size or diameter of this one is, but it's like a very small, it's smaller than like a standard hole punch, which I find is good when using these album rings, so that it's not got too big of an opening that things are wanting to fall everywhere. It kind of keeps everything secure. So this is another little note card I just put in here and put receiving the desires of my heart. This came from a stash extra leftover, you know, word fetty that I had, a little washi tab there. And then here's our first devotional. And what I did again was just added this washi that came in the kit down here at the bottom. These are the little mini bows, the clips that Dayspring and Illustrated Faith sells. So like I said, a link to all these little extra supplies is down below. Use some washi to attach it. Now this red polka dot washi is just some that I had on hand. Like I said, go through your stash. The yellow is as well, because I'm seeing a lot of the yellow and red on this one, so that's what I stuck with. Now I've used one of the little art cards that came in the kit here, added some washi, and I just like to put extra little paper and layer, and these came from a paper pad from Illustrated Faith as well. I believe it's the Delight His Day, but don't quote me on that one. And then I just put a little sticker I had left over from the first kit and some washi. Now here is a really fun thing. This is this next card is from the patterned paper bundle that's in my shop. I adored this one, and I should have printed an extra one so that you could see the color scheme, but I'll show you. Like, it starts off with this yellow, reddish, this teal, and oh, maybe this one will show it, and then it works its way down into this teal, more of a pinky color, and then the purple, and it looks darker on here, I feel like, than it is in real life, because it kind of goes into an ombre lighter purple, and so really fun. That's a good one to grab if you're doing this ring, because you can cut it. And someone asked me before what size it is. I just measure it right off of the devotional card so they line up equal, and so that's how I measure it. But perfect for this, to add those little dividers in between your devotionals. I added a speech bubble here, one of the clear cut flowers from that clear cut pad, and then this little header type title marker is also from that clear cut pad. Now this I just left blank so I can add notes or write out a scripture verse if I want to. Another little note card. I usually like to put one of these little sticky note cards that I have at the beginning of each section, because I like to write maybe what really spoke to me from this devotional. So if I want to do a quick flip through or review, I know exactly what God spoke to my heart for that week in devotional. Another little washi tab on there. And then on this one, added a little bit of washi. I put this little clear cut over the word growing to make it stand out. And also you'll notice I put a little washi strip on the top of each devotional card so they're easy to get to. Because if you have a lot going on, depending how busy you make yours, it might be hard to find your devotional sometimes. Then this is another one of those art cards that came in the kit, and I add that to each section as well, a different one. And then sometimes I just add a little bit of extra scrapbook paper that I have in my stash to, add a little extra something there. This is the other pattern paper I was just showing you. I actually just cut it and turned it in the opposite direction this time, and then used a clear cut piece as well, Force of His Nature. That comes from, I think, the first kit as well, and one of the little paper pieces or ephemeras. And then this is a speech bubble down here that I added with, I liked this, full of possibility from that washi. What's cool too is that you can use these on the back to add extra notes. And so on this one, I actually embellished it a little bit because I am in love with that floral washi. I feel like I could use that everywhere. And then this Overcomer sticker came from the first kit as well that I had left over. And then another little note card. So as you see, we've moved into this devotional card that has more of the purple and a little bit of the green tones. And so I used that purple washi, or the purple note card that I had from my set with a washi tab. Put this extra sticker on the back. I just think it's fun like this to have the back embellished sometimes too. So when you flip through, you see it, and it's a nice reminder. For the purple, I used that purple washi from the first kit, of course, because it just went so well. And then this, because there were phrases, instead of putting the phrase, turned sideways, I just put a big old strip at the top. And I like how it hung off, when it's closed too. Now here's another one of the art cards. Added a little bit of extra scrapbook paper to make it have an extra little tab there on it. And the pink stickers, let me see, here they are. They're the pink hexie stickers that you'll see. There are these right here. These are from Illustrated Faith that Dayspring sells, and so grab those. These are like so versatile. I love using them for everything, just to add, like if you have a corner and you want to add just a little pop there, they're great for that. It'd be fun to use these and kind of spread them out in a little mini layout, but those are really fun, and they have different color options too. Now, here's another piece of that clear cut that we used for the cover I put back here. And what I love about this one is that in the first kit, we had some of the stickers in the plain white that might not show up, and you need that pop of color on the background so it really, you can read it good. And this worked perfect. So you can see the layout of the sticker a little bit, but it doesn't bother me. I just love how the white pops right off of that color. Love that. Put a little washi tab at the top. Next, another little note card. That's a clear cut piece. This is the extra cut off from the pattern paper, and that's one of those little hexie stickers. And then this devotional so far has been my favorite because I rant and raved about this watercolor floral And the unboxing, love the teal that they've used in there as well. And then I just added some washi on it. The next little card that came in the kit, see, that's where one of those little hexes worked good in the corner where I had layered the paper behind it. Some washi for an extra embellishment there. This was actually like a pennant flag thing that, you know, would probably be used this way, but hey, it worked this way, so that's what I did. I put one of the stickers from the last kit. It doesn't pop off the page or show up great, but it's still like just a cute little embellishment on there. And then on the back, I have another piece of the pattern paper. So now you see how those colors, now you go into the green. So it's like, depending what I did, whoops, is like I used the one that had more yellow in it for that first devotional because it had more tones of yellow. And then, well, if I could keep this steady, sorry guys. And then this one I used more that had that reddish and blue and pink. And then at the back, because this one had more of the green and teal, or the purple back here, I used this piece for that. Added the little speech bubble there. This was the, actually this was the title sticker that's a circle. That's, well, it's this one that's on the front. And I just cut it out to make it work the way I wanted instead of having a big circle on there. So feel free to do that too. And then there's that white sticker, another one from the first kit. So that is my little flip ring. I am in love with it. It worked out great the first time. I'd never really done these types of rings for devotionals, but I love how it turned out and being able to work through it. So I encourage you, if you haven't done one before, do it because it's fun. It's kind of addicting. Let me show you just a few things that I have in my box. I told you that I would. I have those ribbons I mentioned. I keep this little bag that has different clips and you know, rings and things like that I embellish my pages with, and these colors all go with this kit well, so that's why I pulled those. I've got tape runners because one of them's almost out, so I have another one in there. And then extra clips if I want to tie a piece of this ribbon that I showed you on it, then I can. I've got those hexie stickers. Now here's another little bag that came in the kit that has all of those ephemera and paper pieces in it. And so I went ahead and cut out some of my extras. I did have another note card. So that's from my printable set. And then I had extra, trying to get them where you can see them, but you can see there. The extra speech bubbles, I had extra ones. So they all just go in this bag and that keeps them organized in one place. This is the stamp set for this month. OMG, it's so versatile. Love these titles, the hand lettering. I love this little spotty dot strip, so that one's going to be super fun to use in my journaling, not just with this kit, but with many more. Of course, have some scissors, and then I've pulled washi from my stash. This came from a revival camp, I think, last year with Illustrated Faith and Dayspring. And then these are my little floral fabric washies that I'm obsessed with, and the polka dot extra printables that I had from last month. And then in here you'll see this is some extra scrapbook paper I had. These are extra, like I had a whole full sheet of extra stickers because they also came in the printables. And the free bonus printables, so I've got extra of those, extra alphas for this month, and extra printables from last month. So that is my stash. These are really fun, and I wanted to use them through the flip book, and so I may go back and add some more. I'm not sure yet, but I just encourage you to have fun with this. Pull, like I said, what you have from your stash. That makes it more, you know, cost-friendly, I guess you would say. You don't have to have all the things, right? This is about getting in the Word. I like to always just remind you guys of that because when I show these kinds of videos, I never want to discourage someone from starting because they feel like they don't have all the things. And that's not the case. You don't need all the things. Grab a few things, you know, if you want to get a few extras, and you know, do it every once in a while, but you don't have to. That's the important thing to remember. Pull from your stash just like I have, keep it organized in one place, and then it makes this much more doable. So that's my little encouragement to you. If you are looking for some extra things and you want to embellish your ring, encourage you to check out my Etsy shop. The link's down below. That whole collection, like I said, is called My Best Friend, and that will give you all the coordinating pieces to go with this kit. And as always, a lot of the colors go with so many more projects and things like that. So I like to print them over and over again. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. So many of you said you loved the first flip ring, and I hope you'll do it with the second kit as well. But make sure you head over and get your kit. Dayspring did announce that this is going to be their last kit, maybe for a little while. We're not sure how long, as they look to focus on some new Bible journaling supplies and other journaling Bibles, which is going to be really fun. So stay tuned for that. But you don't want to miss out. So if you've had all the kits and this is the only one you didn't get, make sure you go get it. Or if there's any other ones you didn't grab, because you won't be able to get, kits for a while, and I think it would be great to have them on hand. But anyways, I'll see you guys again very soon, and have a great day. Bye-bye.